Landlords of New York State, we have some startling revelations about our new governor, Kathy Hochul. And those revelations are: this is the Landlord Advocates, where we help landlords become better landlords. I'm your host, Matthew Lyman. Welcome. Before we get into those revelations, we want to address a couple of things regarding our new governor. She's been governor less than a week. She has been a big proponent when she was lieutenant governor and now governor of wearing masks and getting vaccinated. But the revelations that we are going to share with you show a different Kathy Hochul. But first, let us read a statement from the governor regarding the recent decision of the United States Supreme Court to rule that the CDC's eviction moratorium is unconstitutional. This is a few days ago from our governor. I am very disappointed in the Supreme Court's appalling and insensitive ruling that eliminates a key line of defense for tenants facing housing insecurity during the ongoing pandemic. So she said that the ruling is appalling and insensitive. Well, Ms. Hochul, the United States Constitution is a living, breathing document without emotion. The Supreme Court looked at the four corners of that document and ruled that this CDC had no authority to issue this eviction moratorium. It is not a document that can be conformed to someone's feelings, emotions, sadness. It's not meant for that. You take the oath of office to uphold and defend the Constitution when you were lieutenant governor and governor should know that. Maybe you might want to reread the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, Governor Hochul. Here is where the hypocrisy comes into play. The startling revelations of our new governor. Again, she states, wear those masks, get those vaccines. Now, we are not here to address the positives and negatives of getting the vaccine and wearing masks. We are here to address how that pertains to landlords and evictions. Now, in the last week, Ms. Hochul has attended a few events. One being the New York State Fair. This is her entering the fair. Do you realize that her and her entourage are not wearing masks? You wonder. Now, this is another photo of her very close to fair patrons without any of them wearing a mask with that 6-foot distance apart. Now, here is a photo of the New York State Fair. Now, over its run here in New York, the attendance was over 45,000 people. How many of those people were wearing masks? In this photo, we don't see any. How many of them are vaccinated? We don't know. How many of them are tenants? Probably a supermajority of them are tenants. So, Ms. Hochul, you make the claim that they need to get vaccinated, they need to wear masks, we need to stop these mass evictions that will lead to mass death and mass violence of evictions. So we need to find ways to slow them down or stop them entirely. But yet these same people that you wish to help, protect, save from death are the same ones that are attending the New York State Fair, among other fairs across New York State and other venues where a large congregate of people attend. Do you think, Ms. Hochul, that these tenants that attend these events are concerned about COVID-19, especially those that are not vaccinated and wear a mask? No, they don't. They do not care at all. COVID-19 is not a concept in their mind. It only becomes a concept in their mind when they have to face eviction in court. Then it becomes an issue. That's when they say we need to barricade ourselves in our apartment and not leave because we are afraid. And it is leaders like you and Andrea Stewart Cousins and Carl Hastie and others who swing by and support that proposal. That they are afraid to catch COVID-19, therefore we cannot be evicted. But it does not matter when they attend events like this. Now, On September 10, 2021, the esteemed, the great Andrea Bocelli, opera singer, fantastic, will be playing a concert at New York City's Central Park, where thousands and thousands of people will be in attendance. How many of them will be wearing masks? How many of them will be vaccinated? How many of them will be 6 feet apart? Probably not many are going to be wearing masks, and probably not many are going to be 6 feet apart. Probably elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, as they were in the New York State Fair. Now, recently, I went out to dinner, and we were told that we had to wear masks when we walked around the restaurant. But yet, about 30 miles away, in Saratoga Springs, New York, at the Saratoga Performing Arts Center, the rock band Leonard Skinner had a concert. We saw videos of panning the audience where not one person was wearing a mask. Not one. Funny how the mask mandates and vaccinations play a great role in the evictions and stopping evictions and housing courts. But in the rest of the world, it does not matter. It's not an issue. But only when it comes to evictions, then it's a pivotal player in the world. Now, this is just this past weekend. This is a photo of Governor Kathy Hochul and Albany Mayor Kathy Sheehan walking the sidewalks of Albany, New York, the capital. No mask on their face. This is another photo of the governor, and we presume to be her husband, shaking hands with a vendor at an event in Albany. Do you notice the mask in the governor's left hand? Governor, this is a newsflash. Your proposed mask mandates, put them on your face. Well, Governor, when the mask is in your hand and you're around other people, it doesn't matter. It's not effective as you proclaim it to be. So you didn't put that mask on, Governor, if you want to say mask mandates are important. Now, this next photo, the last photo, is the worst. It is appalling and insensitive, this photo. Don't look away. Although it's an awful photo, do not look away. Governor Hochul, you claim that you want mask mandates to be worn in schools, pre-K through 12. Your health commissioner has mandated it in the New York State Department of Health that they must be worn in school buildings. That children must wear masks. Adults must wear masks. They cannot be next to each other without wearing masks, both of them. But yet, Ms. Hochul, you and your husband and your entourage are seen here in this photo not wearing a mask around that young boy. Yes, he's wearing a mask. He's doing what you're telling him to do. But you are not doing what you are telling him to do. So there's that rule for thee, but not for me. Or we. Seems that way, don't you think, Governor? I think it's time that you understand, you and the other legislators who are planning this week to find some way to extend the eviction moratorium for a few more months, that this is a mockery, that this is a hypocrisy. If you want to say wearing masks, go ahead. If you want to say get vaccinated, go ahead. But as far as it relates to landlord-tenant issues, do not make that a hindrance, an impediment for landlords to get the evictions of their tenants who are not paying rent and or destroying the property for the last 18 months. Do not use COVID-19, wearing masks, and getting vaccinated from stopping landlords from getting the evictions. Because as we stated earlier, these same tenants are out traversing New York, California, Florida, Texas, Louisiana, every state in the nation, every piece of land in the world, they are traversing. They are mingling. They are saying hi. They are hanging out with other human beings. We ask that you do not extend this or any other moratorium in New York State or any other state to stop the evictions that landlords have been so wanting to have over the last 18 months. Landlords, you know that we are here with you. We are here for you. We are quite active now in what has been happening to landlords here in New York State and across America. We ask that you subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, share these videos with others, and leave your comments below. Do you think that the mask mandates and vaccines should stop evictions? Should slow them down? Should allow them to go forward? Share this with your legislators. Share this with the governor. And remember, until then, take care.